Today I'm going to be making some fried green tomatoes. I have these garden tomatoes and I picked them all green and they keep turning orange. So I said I better use the last 4 I have. And basically fried green tomatoes are unripened tomatoes. This one's already starting to turn. But did you ever see that movie? After I saw that movie, Fried Green Tomatoes, I wanted to make some. And I did before. But I'm making them again because we were talking about it the other day at church. One of the gentlemen that had come over loaned my son some equipment for a party, and he saw the tomatoes out there, and he asked my son, "Has your mom ever made green tomatoes? I'd sure like to make them." So my son said, "Help yourself." So he did, and he was talking to me in church saying, "I'm excited to make fried green tomatoes with the tomatoes I got from you." So it got me to thinking, I got to use those tomatoes I have. And the reason, my excuse was I didn't have my dredging trays. Couldn't find them. I have these Pampered Chef dredging trays, just in case you want to know where I got it. And you have this handy dandy scooper. And so I was looking for it, I couldn't find them. And look at, they interlock. So, but I don't need all 3 of them. I'm just using 2 of them today. And I'm putting a cup, let's see, 1 cup of self-rising flour. And if you don't have self-rising flour, you can make your own. Look it up. You just add 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder and salt, and then you whisk it. But you have to Google it, because don't take that from me, because I'm just telling you. This is self-rising flour. So you need a cup, and then a cup of yellow cornmeal. So we're going to add a cup of yellow cornmeal, and I'm just making these little tomatoes. I'm going to go outside later and see if I have any more out there. Okay. So 1 cup of cornmeal, yellow cornmeal, 1 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. You can use Slap Your Mama. I have Slap Your Mama too, and I don't know where it is. But I have this one, and I'm just going to use it. 1 teaspoon. And there's my little Dakota. I'm babysitting today. No, baby cakes. You just gonna watch. Nana's using the stove, and it's burning hot. And little babies can't do that. So go with Auntie Carol then and finish watching Zootopia. So we're just going to whisk this all together. Okay, Nana. Go ahead, baby cakes. Actually, I should put it this way. Nah, doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to get our eggs, our 2 eggs. Break them in here. And we're going to add a cup of buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk, which I didn't, you just get a cup of regular milk and put either a tablespoon of lemon juice or a tablespoon of vinegar. I use the lemon juice for mine, and you leave it about 5-10 minutes, it'll get thick. And then you can conde it. And I only need half a cup. So I already put in part of it. I made a cup, so I'm only putting half a cup. I'm going to use the same whisk. Dakota, turn that light on, please. I'm just going to whisk that up. And then we're going to add some hot sauce to our egg. And I'm using the Louisiana hot sauce. And I'm going to add about half a teaspoon. Just says add some to your preference. So. And in the back, you're going to use a high smoke point oil. I'm using canola. Getting that nice and hot. And then we're going to cut our tomatoes, which I should have done before, or I'll just do it here in this tray. And you want to cut them at least a ½ inch thick or so. Or I could take this off and put it right there, move this down. Better. These are small tomatoes. The big ones all turned red, but we're just trying it, so we don't need big old huge. And they're firm because they're green, and that's what we need, the firm green tomatoes. And if you've never had fried green tomatoes, this is your cue to buy some. If you ever have garden of tomatoes, pick the green ones and then make these. And we need our heat to be about 2 inches up, and a cast iron preferably is better, but if you don't have cast iron, put whatever you got. And the heat should be about 350 to 375. Not too smoking. If it's smoking, it's too hot. And if you have a temperature thermometer, use it, which I do, and I'm going to use. Cut off the table there. And watch your fingers. Do not put your fingers in the way of the knife. And I'm also going to make a remoulade, and basically that is a dipping sauce, or you could just use ranch. But I want to make the remoulade, aioli remoulade. This is a dipping sauce. You can put whatever you like in it. Oops. I'm getting too thin there. All my tomatoes are getting too thin, not me. Hope you're having a blessed day today. Okay, let me check my temperature. I have a deep fryer, and you can monitor it in your deep fryer. Yeah, it's about 350 right now, so that's good. So basically, we are going to take our tomatoes and dredge them in this egg mixture. And I don't know why this doesn't have salt in it. I can't see it, so I'm going to put some in there anyway. I don't know what point you would add it. Well, let me get something else to mix it, because I just whisked it. Okay, now you're supposed to set them on a Great. Let me turn this down. I don't want to get them too hot after you dip them. So, here's my little handy dandy tool. Come on, Dad. Okay, now you just put them down in your flour, press them down. I'm gonna use my fingers. I ain't bougie like that. Make sure you get all the egg off. Then I'm gonna put down their head.
At Easter, I was going to find some eggs.
Eggs? And Easter you are? Yes, it's not Easter yet, but you have to get your bunny back. Your little bunny's waiting for you.
Yeah.
So now that, make sure you get enough dredge on there. That's probably why you should use this thingy.
Maybe I'll be back for I do not it. Why, Nana?
What?
Maybe I will be back for I do not it.
Yeah, whatever. Yes, sweetheart. I'll use this one.
I'm just going to get a little snack.
No snack, baby, because you have to eat some lunch. You've been eating snacks. Okay, so you get these, and you just take them out and let them hang out here for a second while you're doing all the other ones. Let me turn that one around. You know, this is not working for me. I'm trying to be all chefy, but I'm just going to do it how I always do it. Make sure you get it all covered. It's a basic rule. And that egg shouldn't be there. So I'm getting it out. Okay, let's smooth that out.
Nana,
What, sweetie?
we can see your family's tent. First, we need to take the screws out.
Oh, really?
So we can't open it.
Okay. Yeah, that's cause the ham. No, that's a ham. What's the ham called? Adam's family thing.
This is a house.
Thing. The thing.
This is a house. Look, it's a house, Nana.
Yeah.
It's the doorbell.
The doorbell. Okay.
Ding dong.
Ding dong, which is dead. I'm turning that down because I sense it. I can smell it getting hot, and I don't want it to burn. And that's the problem. The first time I did it, I had it too hot, and they cooked too fast, and we don't want that. So my aim is to get these all covered. Press it in. Listen, press it down. I didn't press it down. So it can go into that tomato crevices. Okay. Now try to be careful getting them out of there. Sit them in there to dry out a little bit. I definitely got to go pick some more tomatoes after I turn off this video, because I do have more green tomatoes, and I don't want to waste all this. I'm using the end, I don't care. I'll just leave those there. Okay. And let me wash my hands one more time. Now I have this tray here that I'm going to be putting the tomatoes on. Let me turn that heat down. And this is to catch the excess oil. Let me check the temperature. So here's my tomatoes ready to go in. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to check the heat because it since it's hot. Yeah, it's 360. Yeah, it's too hot. 375.
Nana.
What?
That's because I'm going to make muffins for my family.
Can you have what?
Dad, I'm okay because I'm going to make something for my family.
A marker?
Yeah.
Or
Because I'm
don't.
going to make something for my whole family.
You're going to make something for your whole family?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, don't mark everything else, just that. I put it on low. Who's on here? Hi there. Let me see. Hi, Aaron. There's my nephew, my handsome military. He's in the military. And here's this Daniel. Your mom loved green tomatoes? Well, we're going to try. I did wash my hands. And I'm constantly washing my hands. Okay, it's supposed to be 375. So let's try one and see what happens. Because I try one first to see where I have to monitor the heat and got more crumbs on my hands and so forth. So we're going to try one. See if the heat's. That looks about right. And your tomatoes don't really need to cook. They're just, you can eat them like that fresh. We're trying to cook the coating. I turn it up just a tad. Now that the tomatoes will bring down the temperature. A little higher, medium. Have you had fried green tomatoes before? Here's saying, what was in the mixture? Was it? Yes, it was all-purpose flour. It is 1 cup of self-rising flour, 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, 1 teaspoon of Cajun or Creole seasoning, 2 large eggs, a half a cup of buttermilk. Those are the ingredients. And your green tomatoes, at least slice them maybe a ½ inch or so. So these look done. So we're getting them out. And I'm not putting any more because I don't want to bring down the heat. And we're going to let them soak here. I'm excited to try these. And the napkins and the rack, the grease will drip through the napkin and down onto that rack, which has a sheet underneath it, cookie sheet. And it also asks for flaky sea salt, but I have this rough salt here, Himalayan salt. I'm just going to quickly pass it over. Let me bring the heat up because I turned it down. Check the temp. Okay. Get it up to 350 at least. This is the last batch. I have a bunch of tomatoes on the vine. I'm going to go out there in a bit. But this one's just so you can see. And I am going to move this out of the way. So I can make that remoulade. Some dipping sauce. keep an eye on the heat. If there's a bubbling like this, you should see some bubble action, but you definitely don't want to see smoking. And if it's lower heat, it'll cook it slower, but better than burnt. But you don't want it to be so low that it's going to be so, the tomato's just not going to, it's going to absorb all that grease. We don't want that. Okay, so let's come back here. And we're going to make a remoulade. What's a remoulade? It's a dipping sauce. So, the main ingredient I don't have. Here. You refrigerate the thing. And it is basically a made with mayonnaise, and I'm using Hellman or Best Foods. They're the same, whichever side of the Rockies you're on. Different brand name. And we are going to require half a cup of mayo, and I'm using light because I'm trying to keep it a little bit. I've been using light mayo lately. I'll cut somewhere and try my best. Okay. Here we have a half a cup. And then we need a tablespoon of mustard. I have a tablespoon. I don't know if this is, let me get my interlocking one. Also Pampered Chef. I'm doing a promo for Pampered Chef, I guess, today, because I love their products. Let's take these out. We're ready. I'm going to turn off the heat. And ideally take it off the stove. Move it over, but I have this on the way, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, these are so cool. They're from Pampered Chef. They clip together. And they're thinner, all oval shape, so they fit in things where other things don't. Isn't that cool? That's what I like. So we have a tablespoon, and we need a teaspoon of hot sauce. Again. A Louisiana hot sauce, half a teaspoon of paprika. I have smoked. And use my other measuring that are clean. 2 cloves of garlic, and how much lemon? I thought I saw lemon in here. Oh, 1 teaspoon. Okay, I have my lemon that I was using, so I'm just going to squeeze it into this fresh lemon. And then you add your garlic, which I am going to add, but I'm going to take a tiny bit out because my sister's here. She does not like anything garlic. Before I add it, I'm going to take a little bit out. So if you have people you're cooking for and some people don't like the ingredient, if you can possibly leave it out till the end, it would work. Oh, and it also says, if you like, you can add a pinch of cayenne, but I don't think cayenne because I already have this hot sauce. So I'm not going to do that. If my son was here, I would. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit out for her. And then I'm going to squeeze in some garlic. Minced garlic. Yeah, I'm using the jar. Just a little bit. Because I don't like overwhelming garlic either. And there you go. Your sauce is ready. Let's bring our tomatoes over. And you can always add more. Can't take it out once it's in there, people. I always tell you, but you can add more. So, let me just quickly wipe down that so I can bring it over. Now let me get the dish for this. That one right there. That rabbit right there. And there you go, my lovely followers. Now let's try these fried green tomatoes. Make sure that remoulade. And then you can make any kind. Last time you can make a buttermilk. You could use yogurt and just use ranch seasoning, the spicy ranch seasoning packet. It's really up to you. There's any number of sauces you can make. So let's try this. Okay, here it goes. Fried green tomatoes coming at you in Deb's kitchen. No double dipping. The remoulade is a little spicy, but the smoked paprika comes through. Kind of like deep fried pickles. I've had those in the restaurant. And the deep fried green beans. Now you have deep fried green tomatoes. So there it is in Deb's kitchen. I love tomatoes, so it's a win for me. I'm going to try it with ranch dressing. Because I liked it with ranch dressing. So there you go. If you haven't already, go to my YouTube, my basic YouTube channel. This is YouTube, but I just do the live stream. I haven't done any actual edited content. Go there anyway, like, subscribe, give me some comments, share. Have a blessed day, and go cook you up some fried green tomatoes in Deb's kitchen. God bless you.